Hi, this is Mrs. Valent. I'm going to go through completing the sheet titled Tangents, Arcs and Circles. So on this sheet, you are practicing to use your compass and you're practicing drawing lines that are tangent to an arc or a circle. Being tangent means that you have a circle or something with a singular center point and it travels in a continuous arc and radius and a constant radius around a point, around an axis point. So the tangent is the line that touches this arc or circle at one point only. So if you had, say, just a regular circle, well, let's just do a better one. You had a regular circle, and if a line crosses it twice, that's not a tangent, okay? If it crosses it once, let's just use this, if it touches it only at one point and then continues on outside, it's a tangent. So this is a tangent line. And you're going to learn to draw lines, both arcs and straight lines, that are tangent. Mainly arcs, two straight lines. Okay, so up the top is your example. So you've got two here that you're going to do. Example and space for construction, your own work. Again, I filled out my title block with a name and the date. NTS, not to scale. Yep, this is not a scale drawing. All right, so again, instructions are given here. So to draw an arc tangential to two straight lines at right angles, let AB and BC be the two straight lines at right angles and C the radius of the arc. So here we've got C, a radius. This is the example. This is what you need to end up with, and this is what you're going to draw. So with E and F as centers, so here it's got, oh, actually I've skipped a step. So from B, mark off BE and BF equal to the radius C of the given arc. From B, mark off BE. So from B, mark off BE. Now, this is the distance given here. Okay, so setting our with C as the radius. So let's set C as the radius here. So I've got a couple of lights going on. So let's just see if, okay, still pretty crazy shadows though. Okay, so C is our radius right there. Now I'm going to mark from B that distance up away on that line. So I'm going to mark that distance there and that same distance there. Now those new points, this is point E and this is point F. Okay, so we've got our two new points. Now from those points, what we need is to find a center point out here that's equal distance from these. Well, of course, we've got our radius set. What we can do is describe an arc or draw an arc that's, you know, all of those points are equal distance from that F, that center. And again, taking our compass over here, we can place our center point on E and again just draw or describe a small arc where they cross over. Now this is our new center point O. Now keeping that same radius the whole time, setting our compass on that new center point O, we're going to draw an arc that touches and is tangent to those 2 points. So now we've got that because it's that distance. So we're going to just draw that arc, making sure it's a nice sharp singular line. Okay, so now we've got exactly the same as above, where our arc, I mean, it looks like it was slightly up because my center point looks like it was slightly off. Even like the smallest fraction of a millimeter can change how things are represented. So accuracy is very important in graphics and in communication of technical drawings. Okay, so there, that one's completed. The next one, to draw an arc tangentially to two arcs externally. So basically we're drawing this arc up here. Okay, so we're going to draw that now. And you can see we've got two arcs here of different radius. Now to do this, we've got these radiuses here, but essentially the radius that we're really interested in is C. Okay, how far away from these two arcs is C? We've got to find a center point out here in space somewhere. Now there's a trick to this, and they highlight the trick up here. Here, this line here, this is basically the distance of A plus C. So we've got A here. So if this is our center point, we can actually add the distance of C onto this radius, and we can draw another arc that is equal distance from here to A plus C. So I should say, yeah, it'll be a concentric circle. Concentric circles are basically circles that share the same center point and just, yeah, radiate out. So like a target. Those are concentric circles. All right, so we're gonna add that distance, and we can do it with a ruler. That's fine. I try to avoid the rulers. I'm always with set squares. So that distance there of C is actually 4.6, 4.55 from this angle, 4.6. Okay, so I need to add that to A. So this is 4.6, and A is, let's measure A, (2.3). So A is 2.3. So adding these together, so we've got 6.9. Yep. So we've got 6.9 is this one. So this is going to be A plus C is 6.9. Okay, so that distance there, if we go and use that now, and we'll set our compass to 6.9. So placing my center point on 0, moving this out to 6.9. So it's sitting right on 6.9, trying to be as accurate as I possibly can. So I've set that to 6.9 now. Now I'm going to use this as my center point. So here, and I'm going to describe a big arc. Okay, somewhere up here, that is now the distance of C. Right there is C. So this is A and then C. So A plus C. All right. Now we're going to do the same over here. And we need B plus C because we've got B and we just need to add on this C. Remember, both of these have to touch and have to be equal distance out from like C. It has to be that distance C. So we've got a B plus C. So B plus C. Okay, we've already got C, so we just need B. So checking B, I mean, you could check it right here too, which is probably safer given this is the one that we're using. It's the live line. Making sure I'm lining everything up. All right, this looks like 355. So 355. So 355 plus 4.6, so 4, 7, so I think it's 8 point, what was that? 7, math, 7, 8.15. Okay, so 8.15 is our next distance. So we set our compass again on 0, set this to 8.15, getting it as close to accurate as possible. Okay, there we are. Now I'm going to set this as my center point and do my arc. Okay, so now I have my new point C. So here I have a distance B plus C. And here I have a distance A plus C. So each one of these is going to be distances C away. Okay, keeping my drawing clean. All right, so now I've got to set this back to distance C. So radius C. So I'm going to set my compass back to radius C. Right back in. Provided. Now your distances, I have to give it a little disclaimer here. When I printed this out, the printer shrinks these sheets. They shrink these and they'll give different margins. It looks like it's decided to use letter sized paper formatting. So my sizes that I've got here are very well different from yours. And if you use mine directly without working this out yourself, you're going to find it's probably going to be inaccurate and it's probably going to fail. So it is important for you to measure and mark your own. So here we go. We've got an arc that touches and is tangent to that. Damn, look at that. It's not good. It's crossing over. Okay, let's give that another little try. It's important to get this right. So let's just check again. Okay, there. Okay. All right. And there is my arc. There is my new arc and it's equal distance from C. It isn't an easy thing to do. You have to be incredibly accurate with all your measurements. So that's that.